Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Israel Brief, brought to you by Lay of the Land. I'm Rolene Marks, your host, and this week I'm up and down. I'm on location. I'll be attending the World Wheater EGM in Tel Aviv, and so you may get your Israel Brief live from somewhere in the country. But without further ado, let's take a look at today's top stories. Over the weekend, there has been an increase in the amount of arson balloons that have been sent over the border from Gaza into southern Israel with the intent of setting alight very valuable natural resource or natural heritage lands, as well as very, very important agricultural lands. In the south of Israel, many Israeli communities have farms, have moshavim, and these arson balloons reap a whole lot of terror, including traumatizing children who once saw balloons as a symbol of joy, as a symbol of fun. They are now a symbol of terror. What makes these balloons different this time is just the sheer volume, but also that terror groups are attaching iron bits, little bits of shrapnel to cause maximum damage should they explode on arrival. The IDF in the meantime have been managing to shoot down many of these balloons using new laser technology, and so have prevented some catastrophic fires. But earlier today, arson balloons attached to a Palestinian flag were found as far inside Israel as Beit Shemesh. In other news, Prime Minister Netanyahu has been speaking to Russian President Vladimir Putin, and it looks like their conversations of late could result in a pardon for Naama Issachar. Naama Issachar was arrested a couple of months ago when she was found traveling through Russia en route home to Israel with about 9 grams of marijuana. She was sentenced to 7.5 years in prison, and many are of the opinion that the punishment is disproportionate to the crime. Naama Issachar lost her 2 appeals, but conversations between Prime Minister Netanyahu and Putin have proved to be positive. On Friday morning, it was announced that the Prime Minister had a very positive conversation regarding Issachar, maybe with the ability to bring her home. And earlier today, it was announced in the media that perhaps further conversations could result in a pardon. And on the subject of IDF technology, the IDF have employed new technology in the north. They will be using a system of alerts or a system of monitors that will pick up any kind of attempts at tunneling by Hezbollah in the north in an attempt to get into Israel. The systems will be alerted based on seismic and acoustic activity, and the IDF have started drilling shafts in the north of the country to prevent tunneling. This follows the very successful Operation Northern Shield, which started in December 2018 and resulted in the destruction of most or nearly all of Hezbollah tunnels in the north. So these are today's top stories, while Israel is ready to welcome delegates from around the world who will join our President Rivlin, in commemorating 75 years of the liberation of the Auschwitz death camp later this week, and we will bring you coverage of that. In the meantime, you can check out our original content on our website at www.layoftheland.online. You can read Dave Kaplan's article examining why South Africa is cozying up to Iran, the Iranian regime facing protests from many of their citizens for the way that they have run the country, and many of the citizens refusing to trample on US and Israeli flags. If you don't see it on our website, don't fear, you can catch it on our Facebook page at Lottle Site. If you're there, like us, and follow us, and share our content. Our community is growing, and we would love you to be a part of it. And don't forget the important role you play in making sure that Israel's side of the story gets out to the masses. You can do this by following our YouTube channel at the Israel Brief. Click on the subscribe button and let's help fight anti-Semitism and get Israel's side of the story out there. So with the Monday edition of the Israel Brief, I'm Marlene Marks, and we'll chat again tomorrow.